Good evening. A shooting rampage at a major shopping mall in Munich, Germany has left at least 9 people dead and many wounded. Chilling video images of a pistol-armed attacker were captured on a cell phone camera as he opened fire in a crowd of people outside the mall complex. The assault sent patrons running in terror and police running into a scene of utter confusion with the sounds of gunfire filling the air. Tonight, officials are calling it a suspected act of terrorism. NBC's Kelly Kobiea has late details.
The moment of terror captured on camera. Cell phone video purportedly showing how the rampage began outside a McDonald's. The man dressed in black pulls a gun and starts shooting. People on the street running for cover. Within minutes, police flooded in, guns drawn, parents grabbing their children, dashing for safety, and rescuers trying to help the wounded. It began around 6 o'clock Friday night at one of Munich's most popular malls. Shots fired at the McDonald's. Then witnesses say inside the mall. At one point, witnesses told police they saw 3 shooters. This video from Duke University student Thamina Stoll in Germany visiting family.
There was like a family coming towards us. They were in shock. They were telling us, don't go to that mall. We've heard gunshots and like people are screaming and running away. So we were in shock for 5 seconds and didn't really know what to do.
Tonight, the urgent manhunt for a shooter or shooters is still underway. The transit system shut down, highways closed, people warned to stay inside. Germany was already on high alert. Just 4 days ago, this 17-year-old asylum seeker pledged allegiance to ISIS, then attacked 5 people on a train with an axe. Late tonight, police scouring the mall and surrounding neighborhood found a body and are investigating whether it's a gunman. As yet again, a European city is on lockdown and on edge. Kelly Kobiea, NBC News, London.
We want to turn to our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, now here with us in New York. Richard, people's minds immediately, especially in Europe, turned to ISIS, but there's some other things at work in Germany we should know.
The initial assumption was that this was an ISIS attack, but U.S. officials in Germany say that they are leaning toward an alternate theory at this stage, that this was the work of German extremists, neo-Nazi group. And they believe that one of the gunmen has been killed, that body that was found. They are operating under the assumption that there are other gunmen still at large, perhaps 2 other gunmen. That's why the city is in lockdown. But this reflects, if it is in fact, as the assumption is, that this was the work of neo-Nazis, it shows how much anger there is, how much hatred in Germany and across the country because of the immigration crisis, because of all of the ISIS attacks that have been there. So in this case, perhaps it was ISIS, but in more likelihood, it was reactionaries reacting because of all the attacks.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
This is Church of the Foursquare Gospel in the Philippines. DZRB-TV Channel 29.
This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
On our broadcast tonight, a rising death toll after that school shooting in Ohio. Tonight, chilling new details from the accused gunman making his first appearance in court. National disgrace, a stunning revelation from the Pentagon. What happened to 9/11 victims that their families never knew about? Tipping point in the fight for the GOP nomination tonight. High drama with Michigan hanging in the balance and major implications for the race going forward. New warnings from the FDA about statins, some of the most popular prescription drugs in America. And all the right moves, breaking barriers, inspiring others to follow in her footsteps. Nightly News begins now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. The only thing that could have made yesterday's school shooting in Ohio any worse happened today. 2 more students have died of their wounds in that attack. An even more crushing blow for a community 30 miles outside of Cleveland that's absolutely torn apart. While today was the accused gunman's first court appearance, and while we learn more about him, Nothing will bring back what those families and this town has lost, including the sense of safety at school. We begin there again tonight. NBC's Kevin Tibbles is in Chardon, Ohio. Kevin, good evening.